Hey, hey, how you going? Hi,
Morning.
did you just wake up?
No, I woke up in the bed. I was just trying to put Arlo to sleep, but he didn't sleep.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Hey, how old is he now?
He is 4 months and a week, and two
Oh,
weeks.
already 4 months.
Yep. I know. Where did the time go? How old was Aiden's baby?
I think just born recently.
COVID baby. I just read this article. They say babies that's born in during this time have lower IQ, and I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch? I'm gonna go and see.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I'm like, who the fuck wrote this article? It's a based on study. I'm like, what kind of study are you doing? Do some real study. I'm trying to make another Facebook account. I'm running out of password. They keep making me change password. What the fuck?
Oh shit. Mm. Hello. What's up, Jordan?
What's up? What's up?
It's good, bro. How are you?
Good, thank you, bro. How are you?
Good, man. Hey, so I think we didn't catch up this week. Are you maybe free after this call?
Yeah, you can call me after
Or
this,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Do
or
I
like,
need to be in this one?
it's probably better if you have your computer. So like, it doesn't need to be straight after. It can be whenever, really. It can even be next week, bro, if you're busy.
Yeah, easy, easy. All right, cool.
I think we're waiting on Edwina to join, and I think who else are we waiting for? One second. Oh yeah, there she is. So Zara said she can't make it today. Mello said she can't make it today. And Han, is Han in here? So we're waiting on Han. And who else are we waiting for? Yeah, I think it's just Han. Okay. There he is. All right. I think everyone's here, so I'm going to get started. I hope everyone's all good. Let me know in the chat if you're having any issues hearing me or seeing my screen. You guys should be able to see my screen now. So I'm going to get started. Thanks for joining in for this week's call. Hope you guys all had a good week. So last week, as I explained to you guys, was week 0. So it was essentially just a planning week, for you guys to get familiar with everything. So this week is the official first week, and we're going to be covering product research this week. So I'm going to be getting pretty knee deep into product research. If at any point you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a message in the chat or just unmute yourself and then reach out or and just yell out. Or if you don't want to ask these questions live, you can always private message me after. So whatever you're comfortable with. So we'll get going. I just want to put a disclaimer out here that like you guys probably will scratch your heads a little bit the first time round, just because I guess it's just the nature of like picking up new things. Don't worry, it's a normal process. I think everyone kind of feels a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to product research and Facebook ads. So you guys aren't alone in that, with feeling that. So let's get started. So this week's going to be product research. Essentially, I'm covering product research for drop shipping businesses, for print on demand, and for like developing your own brand, like product research for your own brand. So this product research method will apply to all three and other business models as well. Firstly, before I get into the product research methods, I just want to define what is a winning product, because you guys probably hear me say this word a lot, and you'll probably hear it more frequently as you start doing more e-commerce dropshipping stuff. So a winning product or a winner is just essentially a product that sells like crazy and pops off for your target audience. Okay, to check. Also in your Asana workflow, there is the quick guide tab. There should be an image screenshot of like a checklist of what makes a winning product. And I'll just go over those criteria again. So firstly, it needs to have a wow factor. Okay. It needs to be unique or mind-blowing, like off first face value. It needs to look good, or it needs to look cute, or it must make you just look at it and go, I need this, or I must have this. Okay. Also, these winning items are typically not found in brick and mortar or retail stores, such as your Kmart or your Walmart. And these winning products can also, but not all the time, solve a problem or pain point for you. Okay. And winning products also need to have good profit margins. And they also need to have reviews about their product quality and shipping and handling and, you know, the supplier and things like that. So I'm going to give you guys examples of all these dot points in the next slide. So, and also the other thing is it currently selling, and are there other competitors selling it? So this is a little bit counterintuitive, because a lot of people just think, oh, because other sellers are selling this already, that it's already too saturated and I can't enter the market. But it's actually the other way around almost. Like, we want to validate the product by knowing that there's other competitors selling this and it's currently working for them. So competition is actually good for us, knowing that other people are currently selling. Okay. So there's actually different classes of winning products also. Okay. And we bucket these into three different categories. The first one is probably the one that you're going to find more frequently than the other two. They're called bronze winners. Okay. And these bronze winners typically have a scalability of 4 to 5 figures in revenue. But although the product quality is not that great, or maybe it doesn't actually deliver what's promised in the marketing. An example of this is me personally. I had a bronze winner. It was like a stain remover gel to like apply on like tiles and things like that. It was really hot selling, but the actual quality of the product wasn't that great. The reviews that I got back after selling the thing was like, people were saying it wasn't working, things like that. So that's, even though it was selling for me, it wasn't classified a big winner for me because the product wasn't actually that great. Also, another indication of a bronze winner is it's unreliable, such as the supplier or the shipping is unreliable or slow. The result of this can be like delayed orders or even lost orders. So this is something to look out for. If you place 10 orders with them, 3 or more of them are lost or in transit, or something like lost in transit or like damaged or something, then maybe that's an indication of the supplier being not so reliable and things like that. Also, bronze winners typically have low margins. They're usually under the 300% markup rule. And usually the average ticket value on that transaction is $100 or less, usually much less than $100. Okay. Also, another bronze winner indication: they're old or saturated, or you're running with the same old marketing angle and offer as the other competitors. Okay. And then another indication of a bronze winner is that it produces inconsistent sales and big fluctuations in return on ad spend. So one day you might be all right. You might make a profit on your ad spend, actually make some decent money. And then the next day you wake up and you're losing money. That's an indication that there's an inconsistency in the funnel, and deeper down if you go down that rabbit hole, it's probably because the winning product that you have is just a bronze winner. Okay. Silver winners is the next tier up from bronze winners. These products usually have a scalability to 5 to 6 figures in revenue. These products are usually good quality products, and they have reliable suppliers and reliable shipping. And they also have really good margins, at least a 250 times markup on your cost of goods, including shipping, ideally more than that. And then the average order ticket usually on these silver winners are, between 150 to 100, sometimes above that. These silver winners will also have a low break-even tolerance, which means, so your break-even return on ad spend, the lower that number is, the more you have to spend on ads before you start losing money. So these silver winners usually have a pretty good tolerance, so you can afford to fluctuate in ad spend because of your margins. The margins cover for that, your extra additional ad spend, essentially. They also consistently sell at break even or at profit return on ad spend on the cold traffic targeting, on your top funnel targeting. And this allows us to make money on retargeting in the middle and bottom funnel stages. So Alison, I don't know if it's all good for me to call you out, but I think with the product that you were running with in the past, I won't say what it is. I think that was a silver winner for you, between a silver and a bronze winner for you. It definitely wasn't a gold though. Okay.
Yeah, I was like almost about to say it was a bronze.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
you can bump it up to a silver.
We can turn bronze winners into silver winners though. So if it is a bronze winner, like there are things to make it more optimized. That's like finding better quality suppliers, finding better cost of goods, things like that, changing your retail price, things like that. And now gold winners, this is the thing that like excites everyone. These are the real big winning products. They usually scale up to 6 figures and beyond. And these products are usually great quality products with raving reviews, such as like heaps of good reviews on the supplier listing, comments left on the competitor Facebook ads, so forth. They have exceptional suppliers and shipping timeframes. So these suppliers that you work with are really high quality, reliable companies. They also usually, but not all the time, they're usually high tickets, so above $100 in retail sale price. They also have amazing return on ad spend off bat. You kind of know as soon as you're onto a gold winner, it's kind of very obvious for you because you're going to see return of ad spend way above 3. Like that's the thing that really excites people when they wake up to their new campaign and they see like a 6 to 8 times return on ad spend. That's when you kind of know you're onto like a big winner. This actually happened to one of the guys in the 100K challenge group last year, and he was in print on demand, and he freaked out like when he found his first gold winner. He was like, man, oh my god, like I've got like a 8 times return on ad spend, like how do I scale this thing up? Anyways, so yeah, and these products usually have a very big target audience for scalability, as in it's a very broad product that can apply to multiple niches or apply to a big niche, such as like baby or pets or something like that, or kitchen or something like that. They also consistently sell at profit return on ad spend on top funnel, on your cold target traffic off the bat. And it makes a fortune on the retargeting on the middle and bottom funnels. Disclaimer again here, guys, it's hard. It's rare to find a gold winning product. That's why I guess not many people are that successful, right? With drop shipping and stuff. Like it is a numbers game, and it is an element of luck involved as well. So gold winners are not as easy to come by as the other 2 types of winners, but it all makes it worth it when you do hit a gold winning product. Now, since now we've identified the 3 different tiers of winning products, we're going to get into the product research methods. And now I'm going to do this live with you guys. And then throughout the process, you'll get to kind of see the types of products that are ticking the wow factor and problem solving and all those things that I mentioned in the previous slides. So the first method I like to use is just using Facebook. And I actually prefer this method. It's probably my personal favorite method out of the bunch because it gives us more than one data point to work with. So I'll explain this as I go through my Facebook. So the first thing I would do is I would go on my Facebook feed, either on your mobile or your desktop. I would install this Google Chrome extension called Ecom Radar. There's other similar ones called like Ad Hunter. If you Google Ad Hunter or Ecom Radar, you'll probably get like Google ads served for like very similar types of extensions, they're all kind of similar. So any one of those will work for you. This is just what I use personally. I think Ecom Radar is free, but there is also a paid version. And I think Ad Hunter might be a paid, I'm not sure, could be free. So this is what it looks like, guys. So I go onto my Facebook. And then I download the Ecom Radar app, and then I just toggle that on. So Turbo Ad Finder is just another version, actually, similar to Ad Finder or Ecom Radar. So I'll use this one for now since I have it on this. Okay. And now this is on, and now my feed is just going to show ads only. I'm just it's pretty much the opposite of an ad blocker. So it blocks out everything that's not an ad on your feed. And with this view, what I'm trying to do here now is just looking for different e-commerce products to engage with. And once I see one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like it. I'm going to go through the funnel, and I'm going to tag myself as an engaged shopper by like clicking into the product, adding it to my cart, and then just going through the process. And what that will do, Facebook will tag you now as like an engaged shopper and try serve you more ads related to like e-commerce and things like that. And also the types of stores you engage with is going to determine the types of ads are shown on your feed. So if you go through like, say, baby stores only, then chances are your feed is probably going to be more filled with like baby products than other products. So keep that in mind. I like to kind of keep a variety. So I kind of do everything. Yeah, so I'll just, for the purpose of showing you guys, this is what I would be doing like when I find an ad that I see on Facebook. So I'll just like fill out my details, and then I'll just get to the very last stage before you pay. Okay, and then that's all I'll do. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. You can exit the screen at this point, or you can leave it if you want. Okay, so I do that with pretty much in my spare time, at least for 10-15 minutes a day. Not every day, just every other day, like when I can. I'm always on here just going through stuff and engaging. And if you see something you like, just go ahead and just save it. Okay, and now what you guys are going to see is on my personal feed, I have a huge collection of saved products. So I'll show you guys now like the types of things that I've saved for myself, just to give you some examples of products that I've found using this method. So these are more kids' toys sort of things. Okay, this is more like pet. Can be related for like pet or like household, is it? It's the same product as before. I thought this one was quite cool. So these guys are already like private labeling their product, which is pretty cool. Now, after you have a good collection of ads saved, what we're looking for now is just numbers, and the indications that we want with Facebook is if you see a post that's posted ideally within the last 3 months, and it has likes over 1,000 and comments at least half of that in likes, then that's a pretty hot indication that that's like this post is going viral. Okay, so this one not so quite. July 9th, it's already been a month and a bit, less than 1K likes, not that many comments, fair few shares, but still probably not an indication of a viral ad. So I would go ahead and just go through and see anything that has like over 1,000 likes that's been posted within the last 3 months and still active. If I find one of those products, let me just find one of those for you. So let's go to, I think this one might be a hot one. Maybe not quite. Oh yeah. Okay, this one's less than like 3 weeks old, almost 1,000 likes, fair few comments. I think this one is pretty cool. So let's just check it out. What I would do is at that point, if I like the numbers that I see on the Facebook post, I would go in and go through to their website. And given that they're a Shopify website, you're going to be able to spy deeper into their products and catalogs. If they're not using Shopify, you can't use this tool. So that's just a thing to let you guys know. But if they are, download this extension called Ali Hunter on Google Chrome. There's a free version of it. Once you have that installed, you're going to see this little box come up on the website if they're a Shopify store. And now we can check out their live sales, see what they've recently sold. So this one sold in the last 39 minutes. And then we also want to check their products and then go to their best-selling products and see what's on their best-selling products. Here we want to see products that are on bestsellers, but also sold at least within the last couple of days, ideally within the last few minutes to last few hours. So 3 days ago, all that stuff is okay. There's different reasons why it could be like that. Maybe their ad account went down and their ads got paused. I don't know. Or maybe it's just like a dying down product for them. But those are all kind of indications to give you clues on like, is it currently selling for them, or is it kind of like already gone, like scaled up and done product, it's on a decline. Okay. And now what that does is it gives us different data points, because on Facebook ads, we can see that they're active and they've got like a viral post. We can see on their website that they've recently sold that product within the last few days, which ticks off like all the criteria what we're looking for. Like, is it currently selling? Does it tick all these other things as well? But like, I guess through Facebook, what it does for you is that it lets you know, like using the Ali Hunter app, like if the competitor is currently actively selling that. And that's one of the things that is one of the high considerations of whether we select the product or not. Because the last thing we want to do is we don't want to select the product that's already been and gone. Like it's already trended and it's like kind of just on the way down. You're kind of just coming in and picking up the crumbs at that point. You want something that's on an upward trend, okay? And we double check this data by using different platforms like Google Trends and things like that, which, so now I'll just move along to the next research methods as well. So when you actually go through and engage with your Facebook feed and save ads and things like that, also, I get into the habit of screenshotting ones that I really like, and I create a swipe file folder on my desktop. Essentially what that is just a folder of different collection of ads that I've seen over the past. It can be newspaper ads, it can be Facebook ads, email ads, or whatever. And then that gives me like a good starting point for when I'm brainstorming for my own ads and my own ad copy. I have like something to go through to give me some inspiration. So that's just a quick tip that you guys can do for yourself as well. And now I've kind of explained this, but let me just go through again. So what to do next after you find those posts on Facebook? Like I mentioned, download the Ali Hunter Google Chrome app, check the bestsellers, check the live sales, see if it's last sold within the last few days, 2 days, ideally sold within the last few minutes, okay? And then check the supplier through that. So you can check the AliExpress supplier by going find supplier. I don't know if this is available on the free version of Ali Hunter, but if this doesn't work for you, you can easily just quickly copy the name and then go on AliExpress and then just try look for it. Maybe these aren't really drop shipped like AliExpress products. Paper. Oh yeah. I think these are like similar to the ones we saw. Okay, let's just have a look at the reviews. No alarming reviews. Okay, that doesn't really tell us much. Yeah, so what I would do at this point, I would just kind of like go down the rabbit hole a little bit and just go have a look on AliExpress, Google, even Amazon, things like that. And then just try see like, are there similar products to this product that you found? And like, what are the reviews for that? Like, how is the pricing for that? Kind of just have a look, those things like in the back of in your mind. Another thing you want to look for is on the AliExpress suppliers, you want to try find a listing that has over 1,000 sold. So the one that I just showed you now isn't a good example, but I will show you another one now that I personally found like just this week, and I'm going to launch on one of my stores. And that one was like this, what was it? Something bracelet, like, yeah, it was like one of these things, like popping bracelet things. Yeah, I think it was this. So you guys can see here, like that has 2,825 sold. So that's over 1,000 sold, which is an indication that someone's probably like killing it with this product. And you want to try find like at least one or two, if not more, of the suppliers selling same or similar products that have over 1,000 orders. Okay, 1,000 orders with multiple sellers having over 1,000 orders in their listings on AliExpress. Ideal range on AliExpress sold amounts is 2,000 to 6,000. Anything above like 6, 7, 8,000, that's kind of on the more saturated side. So just take that with a grain of salt, but it's not like a deal breaker. Okay, it can be in like 10,000 sold and still be a good selling product for you. But I found personally between 2,000 to 6,000 sold on AliExpress listings is a good range for me. That's a good indication. Also, just check the chart history using the Ali Hunter tool. So this actually doesn't tell you much. Sometimes it can tell you some like things though, like it's very obvious. Sometimes it's just like trending all the way up. It could like just really boom all of a sudden, which could be an indication of like a seasonal item or yeah. But this is just for you to kind of like another layer of like data for you to have as one of your things when you make a decision. Okay. Now Google products description to find other sellers. So say for this one, like I want to take this. That's probably not the best search term, but I'm just going to do this. I'll Google it. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find other competitors selling this product just to see how they've done it and see what their price point is. And like, just kind of have a look like at all those different things. I'm just going to type in like, what's that? Okay, this isn't exactly the one that I'm selling. Okay, and now what I'm looking for is just like obviously how they've marketed it and priced it and things like that, but also just their reviews and what people are saying. This isn't a great example because this actually isn't the same product that I'm looking to sell. I would probably just do in-depth research here and maybe try some other search terms, just kind of dial down a little bit to go further down this rabbit hole to research this product. So yeah, Google product description to find other sellers. Check Amazon to see if there's Amazon sellers for it. Don't be discouraged if Amazon sellers are selling this product for like cheaper than what you can retail it for. That's not a deal breaker. There's plenty of hot selling products like through Facebook and stuff that were previously sold on Amazon for much cheaper. Yeah, it's just an indication, not a deal breaker. So don't be discouraged. And you also want to see if other people are selling it on Amazon, because usually they would have good listings and creatives that you can kind of borrow for yourself as well. And now, while we do this research, the other thing we're looking for is actually good content for ads, good images, good video footage, good reviews. Yeah, those are the things that we're looking for as well, because we need to kind of formulate in the back of our heads, can we market this product that we're looking to sell as well? Okay, so finding creatives, we use different channels for this. First one is what I've discussed already through Facebook, just by, going through the feed, saving posts and, searching that search term to see if there's other videos and images for that product. YouTube, same way, just take the key search terms and see if there's video footage or reviews left for that product. AliExpress listings, sometimes supplier listings will have videos on that listing that you can download and use. Amazon, like I just mentioned, and Taobao, Tmall 1688. These are more advanced features that I would probably recommend you guys to use just to get a bit of competitor advantage to everyone else that's drop shipping. So these websites are pretty much Chinese versions of like eBay, AliExpress, so eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. So you kind of do need to either translate in English or navigate in Chinese if you know. And on here, you're going to find one, like even trendier products that haven't really hit the Western market yet, and two, like exclusive footage that's not usually easily found on Facebook or YouTube and things like that. So check out Tmall, Taobao 1688. They're pretty good platforms to check out. The other platform is Instagram. So most of you guys probably already know how to do find creatives through Instagram. You just kind of search the hashtag or key terms and see what content is on there, like see what other people have posted. Usually if it's like a hot selling product, a winning product, other people have got done shout outs for that, like paid accounts to do shout outs for that. So what I like to do is I set up a separate Instagram account, like a dummy account, and all I do on that account, I follow different e-commerce stores and shout out pages and influencers, just so I can keep my finger on the pulse for like, what are the types of products that influencers are promoting and things like that. Or also a really good way to find content that's not easily available on AliExpress and things like that. Pinterest, very similar to Instagram. You're just doing search terms on Pinterest to find creatives for that product. Yeah, it's pretty much more or less the same. TikTok is definitely, I recommend you guys use TikTok, because I found most of my winning creatives either on TikTok or like Taobao actually. TikTok has just really good content for products, and a lot of people are, drop shipping and stuff through TikTok as well. You guys can learn how to do TikTok ads. It's not something I'm going to teach in this 12 weeks, but I can definitely tell you guys now that it is like a brand new beast that's like taking over. So TikTok is huge. For now, I definitely recommend use TikTok just to get footage. So whatever product that you're looking to sell, go on TikTok and try find footage or image for that product. It's usually on there. The next research tool is this thing called Amazon Movers and Shakers. So let me just close this stuff down. Any questions so far? Are you guys all following along okay?
Yep, okay.
Okay, great. So Amazon Movers and Shakers, you can access this by just simply Googling Amazon Movers and Shakers, and you'll get onto this page here. And what we're looking to do here is we're just getting ideas and having a look at what is popping off on Amazon. This is something that I can tell you guys now is a recently popping off product. It is also on Facebook with a few different sellers. Probably a little bit on the saturated side because I see it coming into brick and mortar stores now, like not exactly the same, but similar type of products. But I can see here on Amazon, this is like, I think ranked very high in the movers and shakers. Yeah, this was the original, guys. Let's see what else there is. Yeah, obviously we're not going to sell like a Pampers. This is pretty cool. I know that there's a drop shipping product similar to this. Okay, let's keep looking, guys. Yeah, okay. I know that jogger pants, like track pants right now are really trending. A lot of good brands coming out with their like onesies and track pants and things like that. These slippers are popping off. I saw these on Facebook recently too.
Yeezy.
What's that?
They look like the Yeezys, bro.
Yeezys, yeah. It's a
For real, that's
Kanye
probably why
ripoff.
they're popping off. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so obviously we're not going to sell PS5 games. These type of products do quite well online too, like car gadgets. Maybe not this specifically, but yeah. Okay, now what we want to do here is we're just getting like different product ideas. The actual product you'll find on here probably won't be the thing you sell, but it might give you that idea for that product. So I know these types of products are popping off. So what I would do is if I was interested in selling something similar, I wouldn't sell this exact product, but I'll try look for like a unique pattern of this or maybe a slightly different feature, maybe different shape or something, just to see like if I can come in slightly different to the competitors. You want to install this app, guys, called Jungle Scout. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you like sales numbers by ranking and things like that for like products that are hot selling on Amazon. But Jungle Scout is a paid app. I think it comes with a free trial, so feel free to use it. It is paid though, but I won't, it's not necessary. Like I won't expect you guys to use that. Like it's just a bonus. You don't need it to find winning products. So it's more like do that when you're at a more kind of like higher level, I would recommend, unless you're just all good to pay for it. We also look on Walmart and do the same thing as Amazon, like see what is in the top sellers category, what is in the movers and shakers and things like that. And those products, then we go onto AliExpress or Alibaba to see if there's same or similar products that we can sell. Okay. The next method is Kickstarter. So we use this column in Kickstarter. Oh, and this works for like other crowdfunding platforms like Indiegogo as well. We use this most funded tab on Kickstarter to see what other types of products that are popping off and most funded in Kickstarter. I can tell you guys right now, Apple Watch bands are popping off. If any of you guys come up with like, decide to do like an Apple Watch, like accessories, like brand, I think that would really pop off online. You can already tell like some of the top funded campaigns on Kickstarter and Indiegogo and things like that are like, you know, wearable tech related things. So that gives you guys an idea. Another common most funded type product we see on Kickstarter are like home board games. So I know a lot of people now are like locked inside. They're looking for things to do. And for some reason that has, well, for pretty obvious reasons, that has increased the demand for like entertainment at home, including board games. So if you guys decide to invent a board game or something like that, that could be a good idea to do online. Yeah, and homeware, home essentials, those are all really trending products, validated using Kickstarter. So I did this quickly last night. Actually, before I continue, I'm going to say that don't find don't find knockoff products of what you find through Kickstarter. Find similar idea products, okay? So don't blatantly just get a rip-off, like knockoff version on AliExpress of that Kickstarter campaign that you found, because that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen. But try use that as like inspiration for you to find similar idea products. Okay. Yeah. So I did this quickly last night, and I found that Apple Watch straps are popping off. I found that games and at-home activities are popping off, and also children's education, like at-home learning, is a really, really big niche at the moment. So anything to do with like children education, toys, children education programs. A new recent one that's really popping is children's education AI robots. And yeah, some people are doing really well with those products at the moment. The next research method is using AliExpress Dropshipping Center. So again, if you Google AliExpress Dropshipping Center, you're going to get onto this kind of like separate portal within AliExpress called Dropshipping Center. And this is cool because you can find products to sell here on the left-hand tab, and it's going to give you suggestions depending on your category and things like that. What I like to do is if I already have a category in mind, I will pre-select that. So for instance, maybe I want to do jewelry and accessories. Okay, I'll pre-select that. And then I also have a look at like probably more interested in the Western market. So I'd probably want to do like, like USA. Yeah, I'll just keep it like that for now. That's fine. All this stuff doesn't really matter. What we're looking for is more like orders, and then orders up as well. Orders up just means like how many orders have increased since the last week, I think they go by. So let's just have a look. Okay. For some reason, this is popping off. Someone's killing it with this. Cute, funny frog enamel pin. Oh, this is a good idea for one of you guys. I know that this like curling iron thing is really popping right now. Oh, old winner of mine. I targeted this to like church lovers in 2018. It popped off. 6-figure product of mine. Someone's still killing it with this, I think. I did this thing called a free plus shipping offer with this product, which means we give the product away for free and then we charge shipping, and that would usually just cover the cost of goods and leave us with a few dollars. And then that's just like a really irresistible offer that most people will eat up. Bling bling hip hop necklace, sick. Yeah, big drip. Yeah, this is a big drip. You could do like a women's hip hop accessory jewelry store. Not a bad idea. Really good on Instagram shout outs as well. Okay, let's move on because I'm kind of going down the rabbit hole. Now, so that's the products to sell tab. Play around with that. The other cool feature within the AliExpress Dropshipping Center is this thing called the product analysis by URL tab. So if you go to product analysis, what we can do here is we can actually see the history of like a product that we're interested in. So say we go through whatever method we've discussed previously, like Facebook, whatever, and you go onto the AliExpress supplier and you want to do more research, copy that listing and then just paste it into the product analysis. It's going to give you a chart of like their performance. Now also take this with a grain of salt because there's multiple sellers selling similar or same items on AliExpress. So you want to do this check with multiple of like same listings from different suppliers to see what the trend is. But we're just getting a gauge for like, is this currently selling at the moment? Like what's the history of this product in terms of like order volume and things like that. Ideally, and this isn't like a hard rule, but what I like to stick to is anything like above 50 is quite good for me, I find. But again, it's not a hard rule. It's just more of an indication on my side. Let me just take a quick pause and read these comments. Oh, okay. Nothing. All right, cool. All right. So competitor listing. Yeah, so competitor listing, Ali Hunter Dropship Center. I explained that. Sold 500 plus. Oh yeah, so reviews is the other thing. On AliExpress listings, we always want to just suss the reviews. I always go filter by the least star reviews first, like low star reviews, just to see what the issue was there. If it's legitimate or not. Like sometimes those 1-star reviews are just ridiculous, like it's just not legit, but sometimes it can tell you, like, give you a red flag, like this product is like really bad quality or like it doesn't work or something like that. So definitely read through reviews. It's really important. When we're shipping, I think I had a chat with Han earlier about this. We want to, it depends what country you're shipping to, like what countries you decide to target, right, and sell to. But say you're going with USA and you want to sell to customers within USA, then ideally we want to find a supplier that ships from USA and not from China or anywhere else. So this one, yeah, is all good because it ships either from China or from USA. Not all the time is this legit though. So this is a good indication and a good starting point. But what I would do is I would just contact the supplier and I would just go, hey, we are getting many orders for this product from America. We're looking to work with a supplier that ships from within United States, not China. Are you able to confirm if we place orders using the ship from USA method that it would be delivered from United States? And if so, what is the shipping method you guys use and what is the estimated time frame? So just message them that. Most of the time they'll reply. If they don't, I try add them on like hit them up on the email and add them on like WeChat or Skype or WhatsApp to message them, because sometimes I don't always reply on this platform as well. So if you're really keen to find out more and you're really keen to start working with the supplier, perhaps you want to definitely message them and take that step before you go ahead and like place multiple orders through their listing. And if they don't ship from United States or like they don't, the only option is ship from China, you want to use a shipping method called UnExpress or SF shipping or something similar. Reason being just delivery time frame. We want to try keep it under like 3 weeks, ideally. AliExpress standard shipping or e-packet can be acceptable and can work. I don't recommend using those options at scale, but it's definitely okay for you guys to use AliExpress or ePacket during testing. So before you say you test using ePacket and you find that it's really good, you want to scale it up. Before you scale up, you want to try streamline your supply chain and not use ePacket at scale. It's all good for testing though, so feel free to just use it for testing. Now Instagram, I did cover this, but also another way to find products using Instagram is using just some tools like Hype Auditor, BuzzSumo, Keyword Tools, Brand Ambassador. Those are just some like different apps that you guys can use to get like another way to look at products. I explained that I created a dummy account to follow brands and influencers. Also, shout outs through stories is huge at the moment. So as well as feeds, make sure you just tune into stories. You'll find a lot of good products through stories. Pinterest did cover that already, so let's just go ahead and skip that. Now, Google. So this is going to be different for everyone. People that are drop shipping, probably not as important as people that are doing brands with Google, but I do use Google Trends, Google Shopping, and just to see if the product or the niche that I'm looking to get into is on an upward trend. Okay. So the last thing we want to do is just be the last, like the person that's slow to the market and just, you know, fight for the crumbs. We want it to at least be on an upward trend or a steady trend so we can have the best, I guess, chance of having a winning product at scale. Okay, so you want the search volume of whatever you search on the trend. So I might do like baby education or something. Let's just go to Google Trends. Goes here, so I'm just going to go baby education. Very broad term. Try be more broad. Okay, that is not good. Maybe children. You want to have a look at the past 5 years history, and that is not telling us much at all. Okay. Oh, also this is in New Zealand. That's probably why. So the search term is like, when I say above 50, I just mean like the chart is usually above this line here. This one is kind of up and down, not alarming though. When it is alarming, it's like when it like kind of starts here, but now it's just like all the way down here, or like say it's just like on a clearly downward trend. And what we want to look for is just either like consistency like this or an upward trend. Okay. But again, this is very loose and it's very kind of broad research rather than specific research. The more specific research is the things that I just explained to you guys in those previous slides, like using movers and shakers and using Facebook feeds and using Amazon and things like that. Also check out Google Shopping just to search that key term that you're looking at and see what else is out there, like what other sellers selling similar products, similar stores and stuff. Yeah, so we're on Google, it's more like a broad search and it's more for long-term planning and it's more for strategy. So we want to know, like, if we're going to freaking go all out and build a brand on like baby education toys, that like we're not in a dying market and we have scalability and potential to grow over the next 5 years and, really be at like, really be the authority figure within the niche, or like try to be the authority figure within the niche. So yeah, it's more for like long-term planning, broad research and strategy is what we use Google for. Now, some tools and apps that you guys can use to help you with research is these tools here. So Ali Shark, Ecom Hunt, Ecom Radar, Thief.co, Jungle Scout, Product Mafia, Ecom Trends, Ecom Profit Hub. More or less, they all do similar stuff. So it's just like product research tools. You guys are probably familiar with some of them. If not, feel free to just Google it, check it out. Most of them come with free trials. And it's just like a website where you can scroll through and see different like trending products. And they use like AI robots that use the similar research methods that I discussed to find those products on those sites. So yeah, use that. They all help. Again, like I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, my favorite personal method and the one that I use most is Facebook, because that already gives me multiple layers of data, like on the ad side of things, on the order counter side of things, competitor, et cetera, et cetera. And now, once you guys have found the product or pretty set on like selling this thing, now we want to find a supplier for it. There's many ways we do this. One of the most obvious ways, or most common ways, sorry, is using Oberlo and then configuring that with AliExpress. So on Shopify, let me just close this all down. On Shopify, in the apps section and on your backend, go ahead to the App Store and download this thing called Oberlo. Let me just show you. And this is just going to be a Shopify app. In here, this will sync your products with AliExpress. So I've already got this Oberlo Chrome extension installed. So say if I wanted to import this AliExpress listing to my store, it's very simple. All I do is just click that, add to Oberlo, and then it actually just imports it to my store. And then now once it's imported, I can go ahead and change the price, change the listing and things like that. Okay. So yeah. I've now imported it. You can change the name, choose the collection, blah, blah, and then just click import to store. And that's going to, you're going to be able to find that in your products tab on Shopify after you do that. Okay. Now, another way we source products is an app called Source in Box. So let me just quickly bring that up for you guys. One second. Source in Box is a more advanced way of sourcing products. And this is really good for another feature, which is the sourcing feature. So say you find an AliExpress listing for the product that you want to sell, but you're having trouble finding a reliable like shipping method, or like even you have a issue with the price or something like that. You want to come in here. This is also an app through Shopify, and you just post sourcing requests, and you just type in that URL for the AliExpress listing, and then you submit it. And then usually within 72 hours, they're going to tell you whether they have that product or not. If they do have that product, they'll tell you their price and then their shipping options, stuff like that. Usually their shipping options and things are way more advanced than AliExpress. So they would already have like US-based warehouses, or they'd have like expedited shipping, or they'd have 3PLs and things like that. So I really like to use this sourcing feature on Source in Box. Now there's similar ones to Source in Box that you can use. ShipBob and CJ Dropshipping, they're all very similar to Source in Box. So it's kind of just like whatever your preference is out of the three. I know that some people really like ShipBob, other people prefer CJ Dropshipping, but more or less I think they're quite similar. I would use all three just to find to source that product that I'm looking to sell, and then compare, time frames and cost of goods and things like that. So yeah, we want to use Source in Box, ShipBob, and CJ Dropshipping for faster shipping, for cheaper products, and for better quality products. Typically, Source in Box, ShipBob, and CJ Dropshipping are going to have, better quality products than AliExpress, with better shipping as well. Now, next steps is once you've found that supplier, we want to do a test order through them, and then we want to start building a relationship with them. So it's just like any old business, really. It's just kind of like networking and relationship building. So we place that test order first, because that gives us leverage and gives us better positioning for us to negotiate later down the line. So run that test order, even if it's to yourself, and then establish a relationship by messaging them on the platform, and then asking them for their email or WhatsApp or WeChat ID or Skype ID. And then introduce yourself, say this is who you are, and then you want to ask them about their shipping, about their product quality, and then like their reviews. You can probably see that through their listing anyway. Okay, so these are the things that we're trying to suss, like their shipping and their quality and the reviews of like their past business. And now what we're testing here is like we're testing the supplier's shipping and handling speed. We're also sussing their communication. We're sussing their product quality. We're sussing their willingness to cooperate. And we're sussing whether they appreciate our business or not. And we want to see if there's some sort of rep, or if there's some sort of sourcing partner or procurement manager. A lot of these AliExpress sellers are really tapped into this game already, and they more or less can be like procurement managers already in this space. If they are, that's really good for you. And that's someone you want to start building a relationship with, because they will definitely help you down the line to source better products, better prices, even new products and like different catalogs that they suggest. And then last but not least, what we want to know is, can they handle volume? So we ask this question, and at the same time, we position ourselves to be in a better, I guess, situation to negotiate with them. So off bat, we go, hey, we're looking to establish a relationship with a partner that can handle volume. I mean, for you guys, you don't have to say that you've been running e-commerce businesses with multiple stores. For me, I say that just to let them know, like, hey, like I'm legit here, and I'm gonna be bringing you lots of business if you work with me. So yeah, those are the kind of things that I like to do. Typically, what we negotiate is we get a 6 to 10% discount on the weekly bill total plus bonuses. So if you do this right, you should at least start off with like 4 to 6% discount on your weekly bills. Okay, plus bonuses, like they should definitely be giving you like different bonuses if you're giving them heaps of business and stuff like that. One book I really recommend you guys reading for negotiating in general, I guess, is this book called Never Split the Difference. It's by Christopher Voss, who was a ex-FBI negotiator. He was like a negotiator for like hostages and shit like that. So he knows what the fuck he's talking about. And that book is so legit, man. I definitely recommend you guys read it. Obviously, negotiating with suppliers isn't a freaking hostage negotiation, but like there's definitely like a lot of stuff that you can apply to business in general. So I really recommend that read. Really good. So like I mentioned to you guys, it's not really like hard out negotiation. It's more relationship building. So really take that approach of relationship building rather than like, oh, like I'm going to freaking negotiate and save a buck kind of thing. We got to know what their needs are. Okay. And usually it's all different, but usually the supplier's needs, what they are wanting is stability and capacity to grow. So knowing that, we want to give them what they want by promising maybe a minimum order every week if they, agree with us and give us like a discount or something like that. So what I might do is like, hey, I might say like, hey, dear supplier, I'm pretty confident I can sell this 100 units of this per week at my current capacity, and we have the capacity to grow and scale this. If we are to give you a minimum orders of 100 per week, would you be willing to go down on that cost price by a certain amount of points or whatever? That's usually how I kind of approach it. Now, finding more products, this is pretty cool because like once you start building that relationship with the supplier, a lot of the times they will give you suggestions for other hot selling products in the market. So my supplier, like she freaking loves me. She literally messages me like every other day in WeChat and going, dear friend, have you heard of this product? Like this is a very hot seller for us. Like, would you be interested? And like, she'll just like give me like heaps of recommendations and stuff. And you want that because like, they're kind of giving you like insider ins on like what other people are like killing it with at the moment. And usually they're very tapped in. If they're in that space over there Ellison just dropped out. Yeah, if they're in that space, then usually like they're very clued on to hot selling products and stuff like that. Also, we ask our suppliers for exclusive photos and videos. We don't explicitly go, hey, can you send us exclusive footage? We just kind of keep it casual. We're like, hey, we want to just see a product demonstration. Would you mind just quickly doing a short video, recording a short video on like either unboxing or like demonstration on how the product works and things like that. And so I'd send through a few photos for us to use. And usually they will do that for you. Yeah, so product demo. And what we're looking for here is like user generated content is good. So if they just do like a selfie video of like unboxing or like a product demo, that's good enough. And that's sometimes works better than like modeled footage and stuff like that. Now, once we have picked the product and we found a legit supplier, we're all good to go. It's time for us to do the marketing basics so we can move on to doing the product listing and the ad campaign creatives. So the marketing basics, we just want a quick outline here. And the outline goes as follows. You just want to know your audience roughly, like who is it for? Gender, is there a specific gender? Not all the time is there going to be specific gender, but sometimes it's very obvious, such as like that hair curling iron thing. Like that's obviously just for women, right? Unless I could be wrong, don't know. Age, what do you think is going to be the target age group for your product? Could be broad. Interest also could be broad, but if you're definitely clued onto your audience, then you would know like different interests like hard out. It could be like other brands that your audience likes, other TV shows that your audience watches, magazines and news channels your audience subscribes to. Like what are their interests? Like what events do they go to? Things like that. And why do they need it? Like, why do they need the product you're selling? Usually this is just like a one-liner or a one sentence. That product research sheet, there's different questions that are outlined in that sheet. If you fill all those out one by one, we're going to answer the marketing outline anyway. So just for you guys, for your reference, the product research sheet is this one. And it's going to give you like here, when you fill it in, like, is it unique? Does it solve a problem? Is it saturated? What's a key metric indicator? Blah, blah, blah. Like if you fill those out, it's pretty much covering your marketing basics anyway. Okay. And now what makes it a good idea at the end of the day? It's not as obvious all the time. Sometimes like some of my wackest ideas end up being my biggest winners. And the things that I think I know are going to like really pop off end up just like tanking and just not working for me. So like, I don't know, like, yeah, I still can't answer that one for you, but why is it a good idea? It's always good to know that and write that out for yourself before you start getting into the actual listing and the ads and stuff like that. So yeah, product research sheet, as I showed you guys before, that's going to be a good framework for you guys to judge products and determine whether they're worth testing or not. We want to gather at least a list of 30 to 50 products this week, guys, and pick our top 6 out of those 30 to 50 products that we found. Okay, so there is some work to do. We need to start duplicate the sheet for yourself and start finding products using all the research methods that I told you. Try get 50 products in here this week and pick 6 from there. Good news for you guys. You guys have access to my sheet. This is all real work and as recent as friggin' yesterday. So these are all real products. Feel free to take any of these products to use for yourself if you want. That's a head start for you guys. So yeah, that's for you guys. And now we're going to be importing the products one at a time after we pick the 6, and we're going to be doing the products, like the marketing for each product one by one out of the 6. So next week is going to be marketing angle and doing your product listing and your store. So next Sunday's call, we're going to be building the store and then doing the product listing, and that's going to cover like how to import products. I showed you guys earlier how to do it quickly on Oberlo. I will go more in depth about it next week. We're going to discuss product research, marketing angle in more detail. We're going to cover the essentials of what's required in a product listing, like on your website, and make sure you guys are ticking all the boxes there for the essentials of the product listing. We're going to make sure also that your website and your product listing is optimized for website conversion, purchase conversion rate. So is it doing its job to convert customers at the end of the day, rather than does it just look good, you know? And then also we're going to optimize for average order value. We'll get into that next week. And then also we're going to determine, like, are we doing a general store? Are we doing a niche store? Or are we doing a brand store? This is going to be different for everyone, and it will be determined by the 6 products you end up selecting for next week. Okay, I've just talked my ass off, and now it's time for you guys to ask me some shit. Okay, Christian, generally, sorry, let me just answer Christian's question first. Generally, how long does a winning product stay on an upwards trend? 2 years, 3 years. In terms of how long you can stretch that your winning product campaign out, usually you need to rehash your campaigns after like 3 or 4 months. Sometimes less than that if it's really saturated, if your ads aren't that great. But say you have a winning product, winning campaign popping off, usually you can scale it up and be consistent for like 3 to 4 months before you start rehashing your campaign creatives and stuff like that. Han, do you have any basic templates for reaching out to suppliers? I keep it really informal, Han. Like, it's just really just like a chat. Like, I don't keep it long at all. Yeah, I don't necessarily have any templates, but I can give you some pointers. Maybe just send me what you've written up, and then I'll let you know if that's all good, or if you should add a couple of things or change a couple of things.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
Sweet.
With these 6 products that we're going to test, do you recommend finding something within, you know, a specific niche, or do you recommend just finding anything that works well, and then later on we'll figure the rest out as far as the niche?
Mm-hmm. It's up to you. So I know some people in this group have already selected a niche, other people haven't. For me, what I would suggest, though, like, also take this with a grain of salt, Han, because this is just my approach. What I would suggest is keep it as broad as possible, pick as many products in many categories as possible and start with a general store.
Yeah.
That doesn't always work for people though. Some people are just hard out like, nah, I want to do baby products, or like, nah, I want to do like pet products, or, you know.
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong answer. The reason why I'm suggesting go as broad as possible is just to not refine you or like confine you this early, and give you the best possible chance of finding those hot selling products.
Makes sense.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? I would thought there would be heaps of questions. I thought today's session was a little bit complicated.
There's a question from Alice there.
Yeah, what is top, middle, and bottom funnel?
So top funnel is cold traffic. Essentially, people that have never seen your product or brand before is what we consider top funnel traffic. So it's essentially outreach to completely cold audiences, like complete strangers who have never interacted with our store or brand. Middle funnel audience is people that have engaged with us, but aren't like red hot, like customers, such as they've liked our video, they've watched maybe 50%, 90% of our video. They might even just have gone through and checked out our website or our product listing, but they haven't taken the action to like add it to cart. They haven't stayed on the website for long, or like they haven't done much else other than just slightly engage with your content. Okay. And then the bottom funnel audience is red hot people that have already engaged with your ads, have already visited your website, have potentially even added it to cart and almost considered buying from you, but haven't bought. And those guys are almost ready to buy. They just need an extra nudge to get them over the line to be customers. So they're already red hot, like bottom funnel people that can easily be converted. So our point as marketers is we're trying to move each person, each customer along the customer journey. And every customer is going to be at a different point within that customer journey. That's why we split up our messaging from top funnel, middle funnel, bottom funnel, so we can tailor our messaging for people that are in different stages of that customer buying journey. So on the top funnel, we want to really drive with like intriguing, almost clickbaity, like newsline, headline worthy shit. Like, this new innovative baby toy is shaking up the baby toy industry, like as an example. Middle funnel might be like, oh, check out the raving reviews we're getting from over 500 moms worldwide. They're loving this thing. Bottom funnel is like more scarcity, urgency. Like, our sale ends today, like fucking buy it now or you're going to miss out. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That was super helpful.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, any other questions, guys? I feel like I kind of powered through all the slides.
So with these 50 products, you know, I'm thinking like not get too strict on it just yet, and just fill it up as much as possible, and I guess next week we start narrowing down. Yep, for sure. Keep it, definitely don't be so strict on yourself right now. I would definitely play around with every product research method that I discussed with you guys, and try find 5 to 10 products using each specific method. Like, try find 10 products using Facebook, try find 10 products using Amazon movers and shakers, try find 10 using Instagram and Pinterest and whatever else, Kickstarter and stuff like that. And 50 is like not a hard number. Like, anywhere between 30 to 50, I think, is a good range to select our final 6 from. We just want enough products in there so we have, I guess, like choice. And you can still add, you guys, any one of you guys can use any of those products that I've made and include that in your 30 to 50 products. Okay, so this week, guys, we have a lot to do. So this week we're actually we want to have found 30 to 50 products and selected our 6 final products, and have started to at least import that one product that we're going to test first out of the 6 to our store. So there's a bit of work to do, guys. I expect you guys to
do your product research and book in a call with me after you've selected. You don't have to have selected all 6 products, but at least select half, like 3 to 4 products already, and then book in a call with me for this week, because then I'm going to give you input and like feedback for your product choices, and maybe even give you suggestions for the types of products that you're wanting to sell. Yep. Edwina just thought of a question. You can say it out loud if you want. You don't need to type it.
For the research, like, I've got a private label brand already that I'm doing. Should I be researching like marketplace competitors and what their ads are like and saving any good ones?
Yes. You should be researching, one, what your competitor campaigns are like. Like, what are they kind of messaging, and like the offers that are kind of driving online. 2, also the types of products they're selling. It's different for every niche, but typically you guys are going to see a repeat, like a pattern in trends within your niche as well. For jewelry, I don't know specifically, but you could find that through your research. Maybe like bling tennis chains are really popping right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe I know that customized jewelry is really popping, like having like name customized jewelry and stuff like that. Even like what do you call it? Like partner or like BFF jewelry, where it's like a half heart and like, one person wears, that kind of stuff. But these are all more ideas for your own, like it's for your it's just for your inspiration, really. Because I'm still not going to be like copy this. I'm going to be more like, how can we take this and apply it for our own stuff and get our own unique approach?
Cool. Yeah, it's like just using the data for the product design and development to inform it going forward. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it will definitely help with your R&D as well, and help validate like your product ideas for future ranges and stuff.
Totally. Cool. Thank you.
Cool. So I am going to get the recording of this and the slides and everything, and I'll put it in the Slack channel, so you guys can revisit the call and revisit the slides and things. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask me now. Otherwise, you can always message me privately, and then I would expect you guys to book in a call with me probably after Tuesday, Wednesday. Depends how long you guys take to start finding your products and stuff, but for Jordan, Ed and Mix, and also Mello, who's not on the call today, I'm probably going to break you guys off into a separate call, but let me just try to work that through. I don't know like if it's ideal to do that this week or not.
Okay, cool.
If you guys don't have any questions, I would love some feedback. Like, did you find this pretty easy to consume? Was there anything confusing for you guys, or like, is there anything that I could have done better for this week's call?
It was really good. Everything is into details, easy to follow, very informative as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great, man. Definitely a lot of information there. So a lot, a little bit of overwhelm. So it'd be good to been taking down some notes. So it'd be good to get the recording and go back to it as well. But I think it's pretty well covered, and you did it in a very simple way as well.
Okay, cheers. Yeah, if anything you're feeling overwhelmed about, Hans, like feel free to message me and like we'll work through that.
Yeah, sweet. I think it's just the fact of not having those gone through the process just yet. That's probably all it is. The full process anyway.
Cool.
I think it was easier to follow than the 100K challenge.
It was, sorry?
Easier to follow, like more structured,
Oh yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, I think when I was doing the 100K challenge, I was probably just too blazed to explain it properly.
I still learn loads from that, but yeah.
I should probably cut that bit out in this recording. Hey, cool.
YouTube blazed on life.
Yeah. Yeah. Get high, sell high ticket.
Yeah, you hire your own supply.
I'm really excited to get on the one-on-one calls with you guys this week. Definitely just start this process sooner than later, because I know that, like, for me anyway, the hardest thing is just getting started. And it just becomes easier. Even if the products that you find in the beginning are crap, just put it there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm really excited for the one-on-ones. Let's try. Actually, I did send a calendar invite on Slack to book in the one-on-one calls. I don't know how easy that is for you guys. Like, if you find that it's just too hard to do, like, we can just keep it the way it is now. I think it's still manageable because the group's quite small, so I don't mind. Okay, I guess that's it, guys.
Appreciate
Just
it, man.
I'm just gonna treat this awkward silence as a good thing.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, see you guys. I'll put the
Bye.
replay in the Slack once it's ready. All right, have a good day. See ya.
Bye, you too.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Bye.